Yeah, I'll be on Leap Project tomorrow night as well. Definitely looking forward to that. It's been a few months since I've been on there. I usually was for a while I was going on there like once a month. But it's been a couple of months since I caught up with Rex and been on his show on YouTube. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think he also has on his website, the official video, because like sometimes for YouTube, some of the things we talk about need to be edited out. But I think if you go to leakproject.com, you could find over 20 shows at least that I've done on Leak Project over the years. And I always give Rex that exclusive information. I don't like going on that many shows anymore. I used to do pretty much all the shows that came to me and asked me for an interview. But lately, I've been taking it easy with that, and I've only been going on a few shows here and there for several reasons. Not anything personal about anybody, or anything like that. Just for my own personal reasons. And let me see who's in the chat room. Yeah, good. I'm glad some people are joining. So this morning, I wanted to get into a topic, and my phone got cut off. For those that don't know, I was discussing it this morning. People that are born in call, or call bearers, or behind the veil with the amniotic sac on their head and face or around their body. It's also looked at as being born with a veil or with a crown. There's all sorts of stories going back throughout history that people that are born this way receive some sort of abilities or some sort of imprint, psychic imprint. It's looked at as like a blessing and a curse, I guess, in many ways. And then in the 1987, 1988, in that time period, I went through two incidents that changed me. I feel it did something to my brain chemistry, my neurons, something like that. It wasn't just adolescence coming on. I had an operation that they had to operate on me to save my life in 1987, and then later between 87 and 88, I also had a pretty bad, massive concussion at the town pool. And I think from those incidents is where two things that I remember while I was unconscious took place. And I do believe that my brain was altered in a way. And since then, I've been super hypersensitive with physical, emotional, all sorts of things. And as I got older, I learned how to interpret what I was seeing even better, and what I was experiencing, because I did run from it from a long time. You're not sure if you're crazy or what's taking place. So it took many years to try to figure out and to cope and to learn about what's going on with me and myself, my body, my whole biosystem. And sometimes I think you can look at it like we're surrounded like by a harmonic energy grid. We're surrounded by light fields. And some people can have their brain at a certain wavelength, or some people can actually have a high sensitivity to where they can tap in to the grid. And this is exactly what's taking place when people remote view as well. And what's interesting is that there's various ways you can experience this on some levels. You know, there's even times where you can actually, I guess, sort of, if you want to say, you're transporting yourself to another place in time, and it's like live action where what you're observing can also observe you. And it's like you're actually at that place in time, peeking into that that mirror, that moment. And there's all sorts of speculation what's going on with the planet, the our galaxy, our world. We don't have really any answers, especially when it comes to DNA. That is too real, man. Right? Um, so when you figure out genetic information, when you have the genetic information of something, you can literally just create it, right? And people that are born behind the veil or in the coal, it's you have everything. I'm trying to read the comments. You have everything you need to survive in that amniotic sac, right? You can grow a fetus to large stages as long as it stays in that sac. It'll grow and grow and grow and grow, right? And this is quite possibly how I was envisioning how certain gray aliens were even manifested physically, that they were grown in these sacs. And I don't want to get too off track what I was talking about, but that's a whole nother system there. That's a whole nother conversation. But there's many people that are sensitive, many people that have had experiences with telepathic information, meditation, channeling, all of this stuff, right? People have communicated with forms of what we would call computers, higher computers, higher intelligence, galactic computers, right? And this is part of what what people are calling now the false alien invasion. I'll get into Omuamua in a second. It's being disguised as aliens coming from other planets and things like this, and that's not even truly the case. I feel is that there's an angelic rebellion going on, and there's an angelic intelligence rebellion going on, and we are being deceived with certain information to hide what the true information really is, and which no one really knows, right? But we get certain glimpses, certain things that come to us, and I think the answer lies within the deception itself when you see it and when you experience it. And for many, many years, channelers have been talking about cosmic intelligence coming, that the Earth is going to be visited, there's going to be a landing on Earth, that there is going to be a time where they literally show up and land. And, you know, they were talking about this in the 1970s with Dr. Polharich and Uri Geller, Phyllis Schlemmer, Sir John Whitmore. They were doing all these channeling experiments. I got a bug on me. And even Uri Geller was saying that he was talking to a computer intelligence that he called Spectra, and Hova, or Hova, Hoova, right? And he said it was related to the Jehovah of the Bible. Now, I do think there's a huge deception going on with the alien information, right? The UFOs and all of this. It's nowhere near what they're telling you, what the real deal is, and what these lights are, what these spherical energy intelligences that we see that can morph into different things, right? And it's when you look into Oumuamua, first of all, right? Like we're living on as well biology, right? Planets, all luminous objects and things like this, they're all sentient pieces of biology, right? Rocks, asteroids, Earth, all the planets that you see, I believe they were made into planets from actual living pieces of creation. If you want to say they're like pieces of the gods or whatever you want to say, that's truly what I feel we have when we have planets and asteroids and all of this, and that they are programmed with genetic material, organic material, viruses, bacteria, all of this are programmed, and they are sent out throughout the universe to seed worlds, to create worlds and to seed worlds. And I've been talking about that for a very long time, and this is what we have when we see Omuamua. I've done a lot of meditations and, if you want to say, psychic communication. I hate to use those words, but bursts of thought that would come while thinking and meditating and going to sacred spots in the mountains and certain places, about certain topics. And I would not even be, it would be a topic that I'm interested in or something like this, right? And then I would go to meditation or go to a certain place, and I wouldn't be specifically thinking about any topic at all. And these bursts of thought would come about these certain things. And while if I would entertain these bursts of thoughts and go with it, it would take me into higher levels of the information. And I do think that how I'm experiencing it and viewing it is that Oumuamua it could be a part of another planetary system. I do feel it has connections to what we call Lyra as well. But I do feel that it was part of a trans, like what's it called? Not a transitioning, but part of a transformation, right? That there was another planetary system that had two suns, a binary sun sort of thing, and one of these suns like exploded and transformed into what we would call like a white dwarf, right? And that, but it's not like something is exploding and going out of existence. It's transforming into a higher existence. It's transforming into what we would call a white dwarf. And the knowledge and energy and everything that goes along with that transformation to make it happen, that was imprinted in pieces of this planet, this sun, and it was sent out as a probe sort of thing, a craft, if you want to say, to seed other worlds with that knowledge of harmonic evolution and transformation. That's the best way I can explain what I'm seeing and understanding about it, is that it was part of a white transformation of a sun into a white dwarf, like in that actual knowledge of that transformation to bring that system into a higher state of being was imprinted inside of pieces like Oumuamua, and they were sent. And notice that we had the Great American Eclipse, which I feel in August of 2017, it gave our sun some sort of activation. It gave it some sort of codes, or it did something. It relayed something to our sun, and during that eclipse, something was activated or something like that, if you want to say. And then right after that, in October, is where Oumuamua passes. And I think it was sending some sort of pulse of harmonic evolution to our harmonic energy grid, our harmonic the light fields around us and through us, right? And that's the best way I can explain how I view Oumuamua and what has come to me about Oumuamua. Now, I've had really famous astronomers and astrobiologists on my show, like Professor Chandra Wickramasinghe, and of course he has a different understanding of it. He wouldn't say it's anything alien or anything like that, of course, without proof. And you know, we are only speculating. There's this guy Avi Loeb, another one that's writing about it, calling it an interstellar alien visitor, right? And some people in science are getting upset about this, but they're saying it's even made of something like Pluto, right? Some kind of material like similar to what the planet Pluto is made out of, right? So no one truly knows what it is, and it's quite possibly it's the remains of an a higher order of angel, right? That is that is part of another world, and that was used as a luminous body, a sphere of energy, a sun, some planet in another system that was transformed. I think that we are seeing pieces of angels, literally angelic, from the angelic wars. This is what comets and asteroids and meteors are made from, and they are programmed and sent. They're sentient pieces, and they are programmed and sent with microbes and information. And we are a system that is now going through a planetary evolution, and things are going to be shaken up. We are a little small, insignificant part of it, but we are an important, insignificant part. Each plays a role. And hello, everybody in the chat room. Hello. Oh, for sure. There, people. Damn, I'm getting eaten up out here too. Yeah, people are so far in off from what is going on. It's ridiculous. So you can't even have a normal conversation with most people nowadays about anything without them getting like so agitated. It's ridiculous, the state of mankind. It really is. And it's obvious to me that we are being culled. Yeah, they want us in our bubbles. That's why it's totally going by design. And we are at a time of war and intelligence. And in Rudolf Steiner's writings, he talks about this as the age of Archangel Michael. But it's also the age of Mammon, which is the god of money as well. Right? So it's a battle between Archangel Michael and his warriors and the hosts of Mammon. And this is going to last until the year 2400, where another age begins. And this is an age where humanity is shaken up and transformed into something new through destruction and annihilation. And I think we're just coming up to the end of this age, the last couple of 100 years. Yeah, the age of Aquarius, of course. We've been talking about this for many, many years. I think officially we stepped into the age of Aquarius in the winter solstice, 2020. And I think it's like officially we were through. Like we were on the cusp of it, from the 60s and all this ages going towards the end of the century. And I think in December of 2020, it's sort of like we kicked in the door, waved in the 4-4. So let me see what's up in the chat room. I can't see, the sun is glaring me. It's hard to say. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. It's Canada, right? Saskatchewan. Shout out to Saskatchewan. Well, I definitely got to go, but I am doing a live broadcast tonight at 9:45. If you guys want to join, it's at patreon.com/the mystical spiral. It's going to be from an actual good camera and a good uh, a good system here. So I'm walking around right now taking a walk. So I just thought I'd finish the video that I started this morning that got cut off, and I wanted to thank everybody for joining me. And there are all new products being added every day at the mysticalspiralstore.com. Big sales. There's stuff being added just today as we speak. So check me out. Anyone who makes a purchase within the next 24 hours will receive free labradorite and free Hopi petrified wood. And for those that don't know, this Hopi petrified wood is over 200 million years old. There will be some available for purchase as well on my website. And it's from the Arizona area, right outside of the petrified forest. There are some Hopi stores and outlets that you can actually buy some of the Hopi petrified wood, because it's illegal to take from the petrified forest. So I'll show you an example. They're all ones of all different stages, and they're very ancient. And I have a whole bunch that I'm going to be selling, and some of them I'm going to be giving away. So there are polished ones, some that are polished and some that are really raw, and all different stages. Very amazing, and they have a powerful energy about them. Very powerful energy. So anyone that makes a purchase will receive some Hopi petrified wood and some free labradorite as well. And I always send free items with any purchase on my website, people that know me. And any price that you see on my website, that includes shipping. You know, there's no extra charge for shipping unless you're outside of the US. So any price that you see, you get whatever you're ordering plus a free gift plus shipping included. So don't forget to check out the mysticalspiralstore.com. Custom made copper and the high crystals that you can find out there, and stones. So I'll be live tonight around 9:45. I love you guys all, and spiral out.